Hi, cinematic friends, and welcome to the 2021 Scotland Catalan Film Festival. Today, we're going to meet the director of Forastera, one of the works screened in the short movie selection. Forastera, Foreigner, has been selected at Cannes Film Festival in France for La Semaine de la Critique and was nominated as Best Short Film at the Gaudi Awards, the equivalent of the BAFTA for the region of Catalonia. Let's welcome Lucia Alienar Iglesias, director of Forastera. Hello.
Hi.
Bienvenida,
Thank you for
welcome.
having me.
Thank you for joining us. So, in Forastera, we follow Antonia as she spends the summer in Mallorca with her younger sister and the grandfather. And there, she's overwhelmed by the similarity between herself and her late grandmother. My first question is about the title, because I say the translation is foreigner, but I know there is another meaning behind it. Please.
Yes. Well, Forastera has an interesting connotation in Mallorca, specifically where the film was shot, and over there they use it to refer to people from Spain who are not from the island. So visitors from the peninsula who come to the island, which was sort of, for me, a starting point for this project. You know, this character who is not from this place, and sort of to open up the meaning of this word, no? And what does it mean to really feel out of place, and especially as a teenager, and to try to figure out sort of who you are. And for me, that's what this story is. No, this girl is coping with the death of her grandmother and her grieving grandfather, and at the same time she's at a point in her life where she's looking for references, and something as trivial as trying on a dress can begin to blur her identity.
I see. Is there any biographical inspiration behind this work?
Not really, no. I think, I mean, in terms of biographical, I think it's, for me, it came from a feeling that I've had, and I think many people have, where you are compared to somebody else, you know, when you're told you look just like your grandmother, or you look just like your brother, or like your father, you know, and how that can sit differently with us, and how that can really affect how we see ourselves. So in that sense, I think, you know, it came from personal ideas, but I think it's something we all share. And I guess definitely the world of this short has like a personal place in my heart. Mallorca, this island that I visited since I was a baby. And even the house where we shot is my family's house. So there's a lot personal infused, but the story is fictional.
I see. Would you say Antonia is a rare kind of coming of age character? I don't see her as rebellious as many other coming of age boys or girls are screened in movies. She's very, very into her roots. She's got a very amazing bond with the rest of her family.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think I always thought of this story as a coming of old age. She goes from being, you know, 15 to 80 something in some ways, and I think she's the kind of character who, you know, all teenagers feel like they're trying to figure it out at that age. You know, you're trying to see where you fit in and who you fit in with. And
so that was on purpose.
I'm sorry?
That was on purpose.
Yes. I think it's a on purpose, and I think she in particular suddenly feels closer to her grandparents than she does to the people her age. You know, it's a point where, she's looking for references, and that's where she feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And regarding the work for this movie, how did you come up? How did you choose the soundtrack? Because it's quite catchy.
The song.
Yeah. I'm referring to that.
she's an artist, well, a band, I guess. It's two women. They're called Shit Kid, and yeah, it's an amazing band. And I felt like the visual language of the film is very delicate and very nostalgic. There's like sort of a old-timey quality that I wanted to break that up a little bit, and that song felt, you know, like it broke the structure a little bit, and it's a little garagey, a little, you know, kind of sounds off and anarchic in ways, and so it felt appropriate to break that that very delicate quality that I think the images have.
And I think it works, definitely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, she's great.
Anyway, preparing for this interview, I read that Forastera is actually not finished. Can you tell me something more?
Yes, that's right. Well, Forastera started as a feature idea that I started developing while I was doing my master's program in New York. And there I met my friend and producer, Marta, who we ended up developing this short, and sort of took some time off from the feature idea to make something in short form that felt true, while respecting the ideas of the story, and taking some of the tonal elements, and so we made the short, and since then I found that there's a lot more from this character and this journey that I want to continue exploring. So I've since been developing the feature, which deals with similar themes. It's a coming of age story, summer movie. This girl is dealing with the death of her grandmother and finds a power in assimilating her.
Is going to be the same actors?
I don't know yet. I think it's too soon to tell. Yes, I mean, I loved working with Zoe. She's like a fantastic actress, and meeting her was such a pivotal moment for the short. She really understood perfectly the character, and we shared a lot of she shared a lot of similarities with the character, so it was so easy to work with her. But I mean, at the moment I'm still writing the feature, and I was lucky enough to work on it last year in Paris with Cine Fondation. So so moving along slowly but surely on the way to hopefully making the feature.
So as a cinematic, we're going to book you for the long feature as well.
Yes,
so
yes.
Be ready for that. I will send you an email soon.
Perfect.
Okay, Lucia, it's been a pleasure to talk with you. So I wish you all the best for this project, for all the other projects that you got. And thanks for being with us, chatting with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for showing Forastera, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Speak soon. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.